Hey everyone, James Breeze here. Welcome to today's webinar. Thanks for joining us. We'll be with you shortly. In the meantime, get acquainted with the system, get on the chat box, introduce yourself, where you're coming from today. I see Terry's over in Mission Viejo here in California, like myself here in San Diego. So let's know where you are. Introduce yourself. Let's know what you're hoping to get out from today's webinar. And just, let's see who we've got here today, because people from all over the world are joining us. So introduce yourself in the box, guys, and we'll be with you shortly, getting on time. Starting on time at 1 p.m. PST. All right, let's see who we got. All right, can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me loud and clear? If so, can you please message a hell yes or a yes in the message box, even say a no if you'd like to, but try to make sure that you can hear my audio and you can hear me loud and clear. Melissa says yes, Terry says yes, Diana says yes, that's awesome. More importantly, can everyone understand my British accent? That's the most important. Give me a hell yes if you can understand what I'm saying. It's okay if you can't, don't worry. Hey, Terry says yes, sure. All right, awesome. Just a couple more minutes before everyone joins us. All good from England. Thanks, Andrew. Yep, brilliant. Even though I've got a slight Welsh twang here, everyone can still understand me. Guys, a couple more minutes to allow a few more people to jump on board before we get started. But as we're waiting, who here is over 30? Who here is over 30 and wants to understand the new rules of fitness for us over 30-year-old? If you're over 30, just let us know. Tell us in the box what you'd like to learn. And because that's what we're all about here today, is to share what I've learned along the way. Terry says way over 30. I love that. That's brilliant. So yeah, we're going to share the new rules of fitness. Me too, over 30. Yes. Well, for those who are listening, I am 36 years old. So there you go. So I'm over 30. I'm part of the over 30 club as well. All right. Mike says way over 50. There we go. Mike's way over 50. Thanks, Mike. Don't worry, guys. Like I said, you know, the rules over 30 apply to everybody over 40, over 50, over 60. And that's what we're going to share and talk with today. So a couple more seconds before we get going, before we dive straight on in. But yeah, please fire away. Get yourselves familiar with the system. There is a chat box and there's also a Q&A box as well. So if you have any questions throughout the webinar, my best advice is throw the questions into the Q&A box, because then that will be saved and I can answer them at an appropriate time. There will be time for questions throughout, and I can answer them and make sure I don't miss a thing, because it is quite hard to catch up with everything on chat too. So just before we get going, let me know what your expectations are today. What would you like to learn? What would you like to get out of this webinar, this free training, so we can get going? And hopefully I can answer them along the way. So what are your expectations? What are you hoping to learn today? Let us know in the chat box and we can dive straight in about 30 seconds to a minute's time. So let us know what your thoughts are, what your feelings are, how we can help you today, because that's the goal. Or more importantly, even a better question, what are your goals for right now? What are you struggling with right now? What is the one thing that you'd like help with at the moment with your training to help improve and reach that goal? What can we potentially do? Maybe unlock something today. Those are the goals. All right, Terry says, I'm training pretty regularly, but always interested in learning more. Brilliant. Never stop learning. That's my motto. Similar to the North Face, never stop exploring. I'm never stop learning. Diana says, I want to run faster. Awesome. Andrew says, reduction in lower back pain would be great. We're getting lost cardio capacity from Mike. That's awesome. Knee and back issues want to reinvigorate. Minimizing injuries. Oh, awesome. This is perfect. This is music to my ears. It's absolutely brilliant. So, all right, let me have a sip of water. Make sure that everyone can see us everywhere and we're live and here. Just give me a quick yes in the chat box if you can see the next slide. I want to make sure you can see the slide, how everyday people age 30 plus can reclaim their athletic body and live a pain-free, active lifestyle. All right, there we go. The slides are working. Everyone can see everything. We're good to go. So welcome everybody from all over the world. Thanks for being here today. I'm excited to present this for the first time live to the world. I've done a few of these presentations similar to our behind-the-scenes closed coaches and courses over the last few months. But this is the first time I'm really going into and sharing it with the world, basically. And this is kind of where the direction of Strength Matters is going, what we're talking about, and what our main focus on. And that is how everyday people age 30 plus can reclaim their athletic body and live a pain-free, active lifestyle. I'm going to share everything we're doing behind the scenes, no stone unturned, and what you guys can do and implement by the end of this webinar, as much as I can. There's only so much I can do within 60 minutes. So have you all got your pens and papers ready to take notes? Give me a yes. Are you ready to start and get dived into everything here today? Give us a yes, give us a no. Make sure you get your pens and papers ready. If not, I can wait a couple more seconds, but just make sure you guys are all ready to listen and join in. Joseph says yes. Mike says yes. All right. Everyone else good? Because like I say, I can't recommend this enough. Take notes. If you're on a computer, take screenshots as well if you need to. Use everything you can to make sure you know what's going on and how we're doing things. So let's dive on in. So here we are. How everyday people age 30 plus can reclaim their athletic body and live a pain-free, active lifestyle. All right, let's go. This whole presentation comes with a warning. I'm going to tell you this now straight away. This is an absolute warning because I want to make sure the right people are on here and your expectations are set right from the start. So the warning is this. This is not a get ripped in 6 week plan. I'm sorry, guys. If you're looking for a get ripped or get abs in 6 weeks, this is not it on today's webinar. I'm so sorry. So if jump off now if this was what you're expecting. This is not one of those. It's also not lose 100 pounds of fat in 10 days master plan. Ollie Drew says I'm off then. There you go, Ollie. See you later, Ollie. So we're not going to teach you how to lose 100 pounds of fat in 10 days. It really isn't one of those type of things. It's just none of this at all. So again, please make sure we're the right people on here and we're looking for the long haul. And this is for people, not for people who care more about aesthetics than long-term health and longevity. So if you're interested in aesthetics, if you're interested in just show poding and looking good on the beach, or just want to be in that bodybuilding mindset, this isn't for you, okay? This really isn't. So we're talking about long-term health and longevity with the side effects of looking good naked potentially at the same time. So if this is what you're expecting, this is not what it is today. So this is your little warning to understand where we're coming from and what we're talking about. Who is this for then? Okay, who is this for? This is for everyday people age 30 plus who want to create sustainable and lifelong change without sacrificing performance, who simply want to live a pain-free, active lifestyle and reclaim their athletic body back to how it used to feel. Is everyone on here today? Let me know in the chat box, in the message box. Is everyone here on point? Are we all clear on what the message and what the goal is today and for the right people? If this is for you, give me a yes, give me a no, give me something in the chat box to know this is right. Perfect, yes, thumbs up, yes. All right. I just want to make sure I'm talking to the right crowd. Okay, really, really important. Talking to the right crowd, the right people. We can do all the other stuff, but this is not for you today. This is for the right people here. So, got lots of yeses in the box. Let's continue and let's dive on in. So, one thing before we get going, if you stay to the end, and only for people who stay to the end, we'll give you our assessments of what we're going through today for free. It's a book that people pay for. And for those who've decided to show up today, and want to be part of this webinar and learn more, we'll give it to you for free and we'll show you how you can get it right to the end, to stay to the end. All right, so life after 30. Life after 30. Wow, what an interesting concept. And it's something I never thought I'd be sharing or talking about. Now, I'm sure people who are over 40, over 50, and even over 60 on the webinar today can share their own tips and techniques and things they've learned over the years. But life after 30. Wow. I'm 36 now, and I discovered that my body is changing. It's not doing or wasn't performing the way it used to do in my 20s. Because in your 20s and your early teens, you can get away with a lot of stuff that you just simply can't get away with anymore in your 30s. Who here has experienced that? Who's experienced that they've tried to do stuff that they used to do in their early teens or late teens, early 20s, and they've tried now and it's just not working? Anyone else experienced that and think, wow, or they've tried to do something again that was so easy for them in the early 20s? Just let us know. Raise your hand, show what's going on. Who here has experienced something like that? Definitely. Yep, hands up here. Lots of raising hands here and everything. Okay, great. So I'm not alone here. So the point is, I thought I was infallible. I thought I was indestructible. And I thought life is never going to, I'm always going to be, indestructible. I was Superman, all those sort of things. Well, it doesn't really happen that way. Sadly, life just hits you. And as Andrew said, yeah, it takes longer to recover from injury for sure. So what I want to share with you very quickly, some random facts. Here are random facts I pulled up from the internet. Some of them are truth, some of them are just pure random to share with you for people who age over 30. So apparently, hair starts to grow in weird places. That was the number one thing. When I Googled life after 30, this is the number one fact that came up. So if anyone's experienced that, feel free to share it in the chat box with us. If not, don't worry, I'm not asking you to. But apparently that is one of the few things that starts to happen when you get over 30. Hair starts to grow in weird places, apparently. So number 2, you experience more aches and pains. Getting out of the bed isn't as comfortable or as easy anymore. It just happens. Experience more aches and pains. If you're experiencing more aches and pains, let me know in the chat box, because that certainly happened for me for sure. Exactly as Andrew and Diana just both agreed with on the tell up here, like, it takes longer to recover from injury. Here's the thing. It takes longer to recover from injury. So this is the big thing. And just to highlight, so I've just seen something in the chat box now as well. Terry says, yes, but also doing things I never thought I could at this age. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the goal of today, to help you guys realize that you can do things even better in your 20s by the end of this lecture today. So it takes longer to recover from injury. Apparently we catch fewer colds because we've been exposed to more of them in our lifetime. So, that's another random fact. This is a known fact. Bone density decreases, particularly in women. So bone density decreases, particularly in women. We lose muscle mass. That is again, for those with strength training in the fitness profession, we know that. We know the importance of strength training as we age. And here's a big one. You put on weight faster and easier than ever before. Who here can at least relate to a few of these things, if not all of them? All right, we've got a lot of raised hands coming on here. This is awesome. Getting loads of notifications coming up here. Yep. I think we can all, that last one, lol, says Andrew White. Yeah, we all understand this. We all know where we're coming from. Anyway, these are random facts that we know about life after the age of 30. Great. Here's a scary fact. Now, this is a scary fact that's not designed to scare you, but here's a known fact. Heart disease is still the number one leading cause of deaths of men and women over 30 worldwide. Heart disease is still the number one leading cause of deaths for men and women over 30 worldwide. I share this with you because I've had several conversations and calls and meetings with people about this, really, including top cardiologists. And the heart is still one of the most least trained muscles in the body. We all talk about strength training. We all talk about being able to move better. But the conversation needs to happen, and we need to talk more about the heart. The heart is the most important muscle in the body. Fact. That is a capital T truth. We need to look after the heart, and it's still number one leading cause of deaths for men and women over 30 worldwide. So I just want to share that with you today, and just to highlight that fact that we need to think about this as we age over 30. All right, so who's with me still? Everyone's still with me? Everyone's still hearing me loud and clear? Who's ready to continue? All right, lots of raised hands again. Yep, all right, thank you very much. So let's continue. So here's what I will just share with very quickly. Some of you may be struggling with your current training routine and not seeing results. That's okay. Don't worry. I totally understand that. What we're trying to do in today's webinar, in free class, is dispel some of those myths. So if you are struggling and not seeing results, that's okay. Because what I want to say, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. And I'll tell you why. There is so much misinformation out there in the world of the internet. Everyone's saying to do one thing. Everyone's trying to say do another thing. One day coffee's bad for you. One day coffee's great for you. One day wine's good for you. One day wine's bad for you. Strength train, don't do cardio, don't strength train. There's so much confusion. Is anyone else here as confused as what I am or have been in the last few years? Who is confused about the world of fitness right now? Anyone here confused? Yep, a few hand raised. I certainly was. And this is what we're trying to share today, is kind of trying to bring common sense back to the world of health and fitness, and common sense to us people over the age of 30. So if you are struggling, don't worry, it's not your fault. We're going to get through some of those ideas and questions today. What I'm going to try and say is you can get results, and get fantastic results, making dramatic change to your health and well-being after 30. In fact, some cases we're getting people fitter, stronger, and healthier at the age of 30, 40, 50 plus than they ever have been before. So don't worry, all is not lost. What we want to try and show you is that just the rules have changed and what you need to do about it. So you can get results, after 30, but the rules do change. And this is what I'm going to share with you today. So my goal today is very simple. It is this. I want to share with you the 6 pillars of health and fitness and explain to you why they are the secret to health and longevity. I want to show you the 6 pillars of health and fitness that we've defined here at Strength Matters and why they really are the secret to health and longevity. I want to help you work out what's actually holding you back from reclaiming your athletic body. I want to show you the system, show you some tips, tricks to see what's maybe missing in your own training, what you'd like to learn from, and just dive into this. And that's kind of the main chunk of what we're doing today. And then finally, I'm going to show you how to put together the perfect workout for long-term success. Really simple ideas and notions how you can put a workout together and how you can do it. Are we all clear with what we're going to learn today? And are you kind of excited to learn all of this? Let me know in the chat box if everyone's okay. All right, still loads of raising hands. Nothing much happening in the chat box at the moment. So anyone comment, please make sure I can hear you guys. All right, looks good. Here we go. Brilliant. So those are my goals. Those are the 3 things we're going to talk about today. But first, now this is a bit first. I'm going to share this because some of you already know me, some of you don't know me. So I'm just going to go over very quickly over who the hell is James Breeze. Well, that's me. That's me in a very staged photo on the left-hand side. That's when I didn't have hair. I do now have hair. And that's me on the right-hand side, sitting on the front of my tractor with one of my best mates, Alan, and his sister, Bethel, when I was 5 years old. Yep, I was that chubby fat kid until I discovered sports. And then my life changed for the better. So that's me in a nutshell. That's me this year, snowboarding. That is one of my biggest passions. I love snowboarding, and I want to be snowboarding when I'm 100 years old, when I'm living to that long. So snowboarding is one of my biggest passions. I go as much as I possibly can. Love being in the mountains, grew up in the mountains, and that's where you'll find me at my happiest. So my goal is to share stuff that I'm learning and improving myself to make sure I can do that when I'm 80 years old. That's me in September 2011. That's one of only 2 photos that exist of me when I was in the Metropolitan Police Force. That was me at the end of the London riots. The London riots started in the first week of August, but my job did not finish until the end of September. So my career in fitness started in the police force, and that's me after the London riots, my last night shift or day shift after 6 weeks not seeing home. So that's me back on the police. And then my first company, when I was in the police, I set up Kettlebell Fever. We're doing training. We're doing personal training. We're selling kettlebells all over the world. And it morphed into the world of Strength Matters when we discovered that us as a company were growing and we wanted to educate more people. And we felt the change in brand of Strength Matters was more popular. We stopped selling kettlebells. And that's why we're here today. And hopefully that's how you found us today. So my mission is very simple. It's to help 10,000 everyday people aged 30 plus reclaim their athletic bodies and live a pain-free, active lifestyle. That is my goal. That is why I'm sharing all this information with you guys today. And I'm hoping, in some way you can take it away and apply it first thing tomorrow or straight away today, depending on where you are in the world. So that's my mission. That's my goal. And I'm very clear on that now as we're moving forward with Strength Matters. And that's what we're trying to do. Any questions so far? Any questions you have in the box before I tell you a short story about how and why we're here and what I discovered for life at the end of 30? Any questions so far? If it's a simple no in the chat box, let me know. If you want to pop a question in the Q&A quickly, now is the time where I'll take a sip of water and answer anything that you may have so far, or are we good to continue? No troubles with accent. My accent's okay for us people because sometimes some people say they struggle to hear me or understand what I'm saying. But everyone good so far? Give me a raised hand. All good. All right. Lots of raised hands. Yep, all good. Even Ollie Drew gives me a thumbs up. Thanks, Ollie. Appreciate that. I'll see you in a couple of weeks' time, my friend, as we put you through your paces at the level 1 cert. All right. So let me tell you a story. It's important you guys know the background, understand the journey that I've been on personally in the last 12, 18 months. So I'm going to take you back to September 2016. September 2016. Important day in my life. This is how the company Strength Matters changes, how my philosophy in training changed. It would come back to September 2016. I wish I knew the exact date, but I can't remember. But it's in September 2016. Who here knows where that's a photo from? Can anyone here tell me where that's a photo from in the world? It's somewhere in the world. It's a specific city. It's a well-known city. Who here? Extra bonus points if you can name that city in the next couple of seconds. or at least have a good guess. Ah, here we go. Christian, Melbourne, Australia. Boom, bang on. There we go. First time. There we go. And Ollie goes, yep, Melbourne, Australia, guys. This is where it all started. So, Melbourne, Australia. I was there living with my girlfriend at the time, and she invited me to go trail running with a group of her friends. None of them were fitness professionals. Absolutely none of them. I hadn't done much running in a long time. But I thought I could do it. Looks fun. Let's go up the Dandenongs, which is a mountain range outside Melbourne, and let's give it a go, see where we're at. So I did. I went for a run, and I couldn't run for more than 2 minutes. I couldn't run for more than 2 minutes. I was a fitness professional surrounded by non-fitness professionals who like doing these things for fun. And we went on a trail run that was going to last at least an hour, at least. And I couldn't run for more than 2 minutes for blowing out my backside and not being able to do anything. It was the most humbling and life-changing experience that I ever had when you're surrounded by people who look at me going, aren't you a fitness professional? Shouldn't you be able to do this? And I was like, I looked at them and I just couldn't answer. It was just so embarrassing. I got around it walking. They had to wait for me. It was just ridiculous. It was just one of the most embarrassing, humbling moments of my entire life. At that point, it was the first realization there's something wrong. Why can't I run anymore? Why can't I do all these things? And it made me look back at all my training over the past 3 to 5 years and really analyze what was going on. Because I'm a fitness professional. I was deadlifting. I was swinging kettlebells. I was snatching. I was doing all this stuff inside the gym. Put me outside inside the mountain ranges. I couldn't run for more than 2 minutes. I was dying. Big humbling experience, and it was like, wow, what is going on? So it made me question my training, and it made me go back to some basic running tips and techniques just to get me running, a mixture of walk, run, and see how it goes. So I thought I'd just change it up, but I didn't change anything in my training from there, and it was hard for me to deal with because I come from a very rugby playing background where I was doing a lot of running, so running had never been a problem for me. I just hadn't focused in the last 3 to 5 years. I just lost the ability to do it, and it's like, wow, this is interesting. Now, for all you Brits and Aussies out there, this is cricket. Cricket is one of my other main passions. This is still in Melbourne, Australia. So about 6 to 7 weeks after my running incident, I went to play cricket again for the first time after 3 to 4 years. Now, I used to play to a very high level and professionally, but I hadn't played for a long time. And I used my connections to go and connect with a local club. I went and played cricket and I went into practice. And honestly, like the experience I had in my running, I'd gone from being at a certain standard and had gone to start playing with this. And I became what I thought was the most unathletic I'd ever been in my entire life. Just completely unathletic, had no idea what was going on. It's like I'd never played the game before. And it was embarrassing. It was another embarrassing moment. And it was from there that I just knew there was something wrong with my training. Like I guessed it from the running. But when I started to play cricket and I couldn't do the things I wanted to do, there was something seriously wrong with my training. And it made me go back and reevaluate everything I've done over the last God knows how many years, but at the same time, reevaluate what was important to me and how my training was going to continue and what I wanted. And for me, it was about improving the quality of my life. Has anyone here experienced anything like this or been through anything similar, even from running, from participating in a sport when they're post-30s? Let us know in the comments or in the chat box. I'd love to hear your own stories because, that for me was like cricket was one of my main sports, one of my main passions, and I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, wow, this is weird. Running, something similar. Anyone else experienced this, something like this? A couple of raised hands. Melissa says, yep, volleyball for me. I've actually started playing volleyball recently down here on the beaches in San Diego. It's been brilliant. I love it. But anyway, look, running, Mike. Yep, absolutely. So here, guys, this is my story. So I want to say, like, I was there. I was with this, and this is what was happening to me, and what I've had to do to change it. And as a result of this, the whole direction of Strength Matters has changed. I stopped all our courses, all our events, all our workshops because I honestly believe that what we were teaching was wrong. Okay, it was wrong. It was something wrong. We were teaching people the kettlebells, which is extremely important and fundamental, but it wasn't improving my quality of life. It wasn't making people more athletic. It was still rooted to the ground in one place. It wasn't improving over to quality life and wasn't carrying over to sports, to my sports that I wanted to do. And that's what we did. We stopped all our events, all our courses. We went back into the whole system and we went into the deepest, darkest steps of training to work out where we are, what we need to do, and how we change it. And what I'm going to share you today is the work of this 18 months that we've been doing behind the scenes for such a long period of time. So stopped all this work, all these events and all these courses. And I kind of went on this journey to get my athletic body back and develop the system of everyday athletic development. That's what we wanted to do. Byron says, cricket had to stop altogether. I did a few triathlons, but the running was too hard. Once I had kids, I found I didn't have time to train. Absolutely. Life happens, and we're going to get to this very shortly. But the point is, this is where we're at. This is what I went on this journey to reclaim my athletic body and see where we're at with everything else. So that's kind of where this is, and that's what I'm going to share with you guys today. So fast forward 12 months from May 2017. So September 2016 was when it all started happening. And I started realizing, but I was in Australia, I was traveling a lot with work, and I was going so much things were happening in my life at that time. It wasn't until May last year that I actually started properly training and was able to immerse myself in my training and go from it. Now, bear in mind, remember, I couldn't run for more than 2 minutes. I was dying. I was like panting. I was all over the place here. Fast forward 12 months from May 2017 when I first started training. This was what happened last week, okay? This is to show you the journey that I've been on at the moment to see where I've come from. Okay, so on the left-hand side of the picture, you'll see Taylor Starch. If you know Taylor, that is Taylor. That's me in the middle, and that's Phil McDougall on the right-hand side. Fine specimen of men right there, particularly the one in the middle. That's us with Bulgarian bags on our back. And this was the day after the Strength Matters Summit here in San Diego. So let me just close my boxes so I can read and see what's going on here at the same time. So that was us, day after the summit. And Phil said, hey, let's do a special workout because Taylor is coming into town. So Taylor is an ex-USA team cyclist. He's a cardiovascular ninja. Phil's plan was to let's see how much we can kill him here and take him out of his comfort zone and take him down the beach. So this was 6:30 a.m. on Monday morning after the Strength Matters Summit, which is one of our biggest events. So I joined in, and here was the workout. Part A was a 1.5 mile soft sand beach run with those Bulgarian bags on the back of our heads like that. Every 400 meters, we would do a mixture of 15 spins left, 15 spins right, followed by 15 thrusters. Those bags weighed between 30 and 50 pounds, which we shared amongst ourselves. Phil mostly had the big one because he's a big lump and he deserved it. And that was it. That was part A, 100 mile soft sand beach run, followed by 20 meters of soft sand shuttles, lunge walks, lateral stability hops, all those things. Great, wonderful, fantastic. It was tough. It was pretty freaking tough. But then we go to part C. This was the bit at the end. Part C was a hard sand, best effort 1 mile run back with the Bulgarian bags on our heads, back of our heads. Who here thinks that's an easy workout or thinks it's tough? Who here has given something like similar a go or would like to have a go? Who here thinks that's just a stupid idea for a workout? Either or, let me know in the workouts. Mike says, no way, it doesn't sound easy. No, it really wasn't. It really wasn't. It was fun. There was a lot of fun. It was, as Andrew says, yeah, it was fun. It was great. Absolute blast. Team building. We had an absolute blast. It was challenging, but it shows. This is the last thing I want to share with you just very quickly on this before I move on. My last mile was done in 8 minutes, 33 seconds with that bag from where I am. Now, the point is, May 2017 to May 2018, I've gone from not being able to run for 2 minutes continuously to running that last mile, which ended up being 1.5 miles actually, because we jogged back to the car after that, to doing that last mile in 8:33 with 30 pounds on my back. The point is, I changed the way we train, and I'm going to share with you guys how we did it and how I did it. And I've done that throughout the course of 12 months. It's not an easy road. Doesn't seem impossible. I know Byron says it seems impossible from where I am now. I promise you guys, it's not impossible. It's all about the system and how you go about doing things. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. So the point is, that's my story. That's where I came from, not being able to even run a mile, to doing that in 8:33 with 30 pounds on my back in the last 12 months without killing myself, without pushing myself too hard, whilst traveling over 200,000 air miles around the world and dealing with jet lag and everything else in between. So who wants to know kind of where this journey has come from, what the secrets are, how we're training with people, and what we're doing with people to help them do exactly the same right here? So just let me know in the box, hands up, thumbs up, give me something, give me some feedback here. Who wants to know kind of what the system is and how we did it? All right, we've got a couple of yeses. Byron's raised his hand, got Mike in the chat box. All right, thumbs up all around. All right, so like I said, guys, I needed to give you that backstory to understand why we changed, what our thought process is on, and why we think, life doesn't end at 30. Life does not end at 30. In fact, it can be far better if you follow the right system and follow the right process to doing all these things. All right, so like I said, I want to share every mistake I've made along this incredible journey, so you guys can benefit from it and basically fast track here. Who wants to fast track all the mistakes we learned and just go straight to the juicy good bits? Because that's what we're going to share with you today. Because there's been lots and lots of debate, lots of things tried out along this whole journey. So that's kind of my journey. That's kind of how things have gone, and my training and philosophy of life is completely changed. My focus now is now on health and longevity above anything else, but not at the expense of athleticism and performance, because that's my roots. All right. So you can reclaim your athletic body and live pain-free. So that's kind of the goal here today. I want to share and show you that you can do that, and it is possible at any age, no matter where you are in the world and no matter what your lifestyle is. So, okay, here we go. Sip of water. Who's ready to learn? Who's actually ready to learn what's going on? Oh, we got a few more people joining the webinar now as well. Hey guys, welcome. I appreciate it. It's late if you're in the UK and everyone's here. All right, Ollie Drew says, yes, me. It's awesome. I'm going to pick on Ollie Drew a little bit, who's in the chat box here, because he's going through a program with Phil at the moment. He's currently being trained by Phil. We had a little chat back and forth yesterday, because his words to me were, some of them are just gruesome and evil, but they work. So I'm going to do a little snigger and a little laugh about Ollie here. All right, so we're all ready to learn. We're ready to dive straight on in. So I'm going to teach you today the 3 secrets that I've learned to living life after the age of 30, and what you need to do and focus on as you change your training. And these are the 3 secrets I boiled down to from my own little adventure in the last 12 months and with the company and the people we're working with around the world. So secret number 1 is, in order to reclaim your athletic body and live pain-free, the 6 pillars of health and fitness are the secret to health and longevity. So in order to reclaim your athletic body and live pain-free, the 6 pillars of health and fitness are the secret to health and longevity. That's secret number 1, non-negotiable. Number 2, you need to follow a proven system of athletic development and prioritize certain things more than others. That's secret number 2. You need to follow a proven system of athletic development and prioritize certain things more than others. If you want to be more athletic, you've got to follow a system. You need to understand what athleticism is, and make sure you train your weaknesses, because we all like to default to our strengths, particularly after the age of 30, because we think we can neglect them and not have to do them anymore. No, sorry guys, weaknesses come first after the age of 30, hands down. We need to identify them first and find out what they are. Number 3, applying the laws of all workouts are the secret to long-term workout success. So what I'm going to share with you towards the end of this presentation is how we program each and every single one of our workouts following the principles of the laws of all workouts. Great acronym. Stay to the end and we'll tell you exactly what that means. All right, and here's a bonus secret, which if you stay to the end, I will share with you, but I'm not going to tell you now. How about that? You're going to get a 4th and extra one secret if you actually stay to the end and can bear to listen to me to the very end. All right, so those are the 3 things, plus I'm going to give you the bonus tip. Let's dive into number 1. Any questions so far? Are we all clear with what we're talking about today, what we're trying to achieve, and what you want to learn? Anything so far I can help you with and dive in with right now? This is your goal, guys. I want you to be as interactive as possible. I want you to share anything that comes to mind. I'm happy to answer it now. Now is a good point to answer a question about anything that comes up. So use the Q&A box, use the chat box, and go what's going on. Now, Byron has asked, With a mild spondy back in my back and kneecap cartilage issues, I'm worried about kettlebells. Can I use them safely? Byron, I will say it depends. I need more information about it. I think kettlebells are a great tool, depend for the right circumstance and the right situation. I'd need to know more about your personal circumstances first to be able to answer that properly. Most people I know can use kettlebells and they can do formal weight training. But like I said, it all comes down to technique and what you're actually trying to do with them. So I wouldn't say try and do crazy things with them, but we need to understand a bit more about you first before we can do that. I hope that helps. All right, so let's answer that live. Let's go down here. All right, not so far. Questions good to go. All right, secret number 1. In order to reclaim your athletic body and live pain-free, the 6 pillars of health and fitness are the secret to health and longevity. In order to reclaim your athletic body and live pain-free, the 6 pillars of health and fitness are the secret to health and longevity. Ladies and gents, this is non-negotiable. This is non-negotiable because if we do not have the 6 pillars of health and fitness in place, I don't care what crazy program you design or what crazy program you do. If you don't have these in check, you ain't going to get far. It's going to be, your results will be sporadic. It'll be frustrating. There will be, it'll take longer in the long haul. It's all sorts. So this is what we call the non-negotiables when it comes to health and fitness. And this is the stuff that's done outside the gym, not inside the gym. And we're a big proponent of that. In fact, when we're coaching people, some of these are non-negotiable. We don't even give people not too many workouts until they can show you they can do this on a consistent, regular basis. So here's what we're going to do with the 6 pillars. But first, I'm going to share this photo of Einstein because a lot of you will probably go, well, duh, when they see this. I promise you this now. From every single person we've coached and we're working with online or have done in the past, not all of these principles are in place. People say they do it, they say they hear it all the time, but they don't actually implement them on a day-to-day basis. So yes, I can almost guarantee you will be going, duh, I know that already. But my question to you is, how many of you actually implement them and actually do this on a day-to-day basis? So bear with me as I go through this. We'll go through these quite quickly, but the point is these are non-negotiable once you hit the age of 30 plus, because you need to do it. You just need to do them and it'll speed up everything. And these are the things that I focus on, the things that I realized I wasn't doing throughout my whole journey, and it'll make your life so much easier. So 6 pillars are, number 1, ready? And if you want to go duh in the chat box, feel free. I totally get that. But number 1, walk 10,000 steps a day. Walk 10,000 steps a day. Everyone knows and sees these Fitbits. Everyone's seen these things on TV. 10,000 steps is a very good average for people to walk around. Now, if you're in London or New York City or Sydney, Australia, you'll think, well, duh, I'm already walking 10,000 steps every day because you're in a city that enables you to walk. Here in San Diego, you can't walk everywhere. Like the pavement just stops. It's a nightmare. You got to get in your car and you got to drive. The world average, and this is really interesting, is 3,000. Let me get my web chat down. It's 3,250 steps. That is the world average. And that's taken from data Fitbit have on millions and millions of people around the world. Who here is kind of like freaked out and worried about that average? Or like think, oh no, I don't do 10,000 steps a day. What are your thoughts on this first thing? Because this is one of the non-negotiables. We need to move more. And for us, a simple way of tracking is being able to walk 10,000 steps a day. That is, it's doable. Absolutely, it's doable. You just need to change certain habits. Who here is a little bit freaked out by the average 3,250? Because that's the thing that we were freaked out the most by. Because we've been coaching people and getting data from people from all over the place, and even fit and healthy athletic people were walking less and less. So they were maybe training, they looked aesthetically pleasing, they were in great shape aesthetically, but they're still walking less. So this for us is non-negotiable. It's a fundamental foundation of health and wellness. We need to move more, get out of our chairs, do stuff, and walk around. It's also a great way to build a cardiovascular base. Okay, so walking 10,000 steps is non-negotiable. If you're not doing it already, you need to start doing it and thinking about it at least. So that's my rant over 10,000 steps. Like I said, don't spend too long on these things because these are all, I get these sorts of things. But the point is, oh, I like this question. There's a quick question coming now. What if you're doing that on average per week rather than per day? Yes, that's absolutely fine, Christian. I think that's a good way to look at it as well. We try and say, hey, people, aim for 10,000 steps a day. We don't always coach people into getting to 10,000 steps straight away. Sometimes you're going to build it up from 3 to 5 to 7 to 10 and make it habits. But yeah, on an average, we're looking for an average basis throughout. Okay. So walk 10,000 steps a day, number one pillar. If you're doing it, great. If not, well, think about it because it's really important to your long-term health and longevity once you get over the age of 30. So number two, spend 10 minutes a day on focused diaphragmatic breathing. Who here in the chat box, either yes or no, spends 10 minutes a day on focused diaphragmatic breathing? Anyone doing that at the moment? No's? Nope. I'll tell you this now. This is game changing for people with lower back pain, people with neck, shoulder. The diaphragm is the root of all evil. I say that jokingly. The diaphragm is the root of all evil. If you have a dysfunctional diaphragm, it impacts everything else with what's going on. The diaphragm is the muscle. It's one of the most important breathing muscles in the body. It sits right underneath your rib cage at the moment, Diana. And it's such an important. It connects to the psoas, which is your hip flexors. It connects everything else around here. So focused diaphragmatic breathing is we want to have you make sure you're breathing efficiently and effectively. Belly breathing, I think is a good, nice, simple way to put it that way. So if you take a big, deep in breath now, if you're at home, so big, deep breath into the nose, we're looking for the breathe into your belly, into your groin, as opposed to into your chest. Because if you breathe into your chest, what you're doing is you're creating more stress in the body. We're trying to reduce stress and improve the function of the diaphragm. So we breathe bazillion times a day, like without even thinking about it. But if you're breathing in a stress state, you're adding more stress to the body and causing more issues long term. So we say spend 10 minutes a day on focused diaphragmatic breathing to help with everything in your to improve the quality of your life. If you don't know what diaphragmatic breathing is, there's a bunch of videos we can share with you guys at a later time and showing you what to do. But you can Google crocodile breathing, diaphragmatic breathing on YouTube. There's millions of videos on there that will help you with that. But it's really important and it's the foundation here. So some of you may be doing that. Some of you may not be doing it. Some of you may not know what it is. But the importance is diaphragmatic breathing is key to everything that you do. And if you have lower back pain, this in general will be game changing for you. Okay. Everyone else, that's again touching on it briefly. We can do a whole lecture on diaphragmatic breathing, but we're not going to do that today. So I'm going to move on. If there's any more questions, put them in the question box and we'll answer them right at the end. Number 3, spend 10 to 20 minutes each day of bringing every joint to its end range of motion. Simple joint mobility. We want to try and bring every joint in the body to end range of motion as much as possible. This is just basic mobility work. We need to mobilize. As we get older, we get stiffer. We get, you just think of the joints like rusty door hinges. We need to start unwinding and focusing on this. So, we need to start mobilizing from wrists, from ankles, to hips, everything. We need to start mobilizing, particularly hips, the thoracic spine, the middle of your back, and your ankles. We need to really focus on those things, okay? So, joint mobility becomes way more important once you become over 30 because we are like doors. We need a bit of oiling, and this is exactly what we're trying to do. Who here spends 10 to 20 minutes a day at the moment doing all that joint mobility stuff? If you're in the box, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. All right. Ollie Drew says, yep. Mike says, yes. Okay, Andrew. Andrew says, nope. Well, guys, this is the big thing. Really, really focus on that. Next one. Drink 2.5 to 3 liters of water a day, 101 ounces. The average person drinks 2 to 3 glasses of water a day. They're living in a constant state of dehydration. Okay, this is non-negotiable. We need you drinking more, and we'd help coach you. We need to get you drinking more water, and it improves everything. It improves your function, capacity to think, work. It improves your skin tone. Hell, I tell you what, drinking more water makes a big difference for people with fat loss goals as well, because sometimes most people eat when they're actually thirsty. There's so many things going on. So just do that for a month alone. and you'll see the big differences. So, 10,000 steps, 10 minutes of breathing, 10 to 20 minutes of bringing every joint to its end range of motion, drink 2.5 liters of water a day. That's kind of the goal. It's non-negotiables. And again, does wine count? No, Terry, it doesn't count. Nice try, though. I'd like to see you drink 3 liters of wine a day. That'd be brilliant. Water's no problem. Okay, good. So next one. Make sensible food choices that aren't governed by emotion or impulse. Diana says, is iced tea count? No, Diana, we're looking for just water. Anything else to drink after that is up to you, but we're looking for 2.5 to 3 liters of water on its own. Make sensible food choices that aren't governed by emotion or impulse. I'm not here to teach you about diet. That's a whole separate topic. We're not diet and nutrition specialists. But what I can say is that if you can make sensible food choices that aren't governed by emotion or impulse, the world will be a better place. Okay, it'll be a better place. We'll leave that to you guys to decide how to interpret that. But, we're all adults here. I think we all know and have seen over the years what sensible food choices could be. So make sensible food choices that aren't governed by emotion or impulse. For example, don't go shopping when you're hungry, like I did last night. Just buy the store and eat all the food on the way out. So that's a good example. All right, and last and not least, get sufficient rest. Sleep 7 to 8 hours a night. Focus on stress. Bring your stress levels down, and just make sure you get sufficient rest when it comes to sleep. Those are the 6 pillars of health and fitness that are non-negotiable once you get over the age of 30. If you were to do this every single day, every single one of these, every single day, we would fix the Western world. I believe we would solve all the problems of the world, world poverty to North Korea to Iran, everything. If every single one of us does this every day. Who here can honestly say they do all 6 of these every single day? It's a simple yes, simple no. Don't worry if you're not. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. But the point is, these are 6 things that we highly encourage and we coach people to do on a day-to-day basis. If you do this alone, without any workouts, without any training plans or crazy training plans, you will be such a healthier and better, better person for it. I promise you this, and your results will improve tenfold. For us, it's managing this list that's more important than the actual workout itself. Okay, and that's the key thing. So if you're over 30, want to try and do these, focus on these things. Take a screenshot now, make a list of these things. Really focus on them. Like, just make a conscious effort. Question for you now before I move on to the next slide. Who here is going to try doing 1 or 2 of these things? Who's going to try and take on 1 or 2 of these things and try and implement them today once they leave this webinar or from tomorrow onwards? This is I'll try. A few people said they're going to try. All right, awesome. That's all I want to know, guys. It's just, like I said, I'm sharing the information. This is the foundation of how we coach people. How do we get a screenshot on an iPad? I think you press the home button and the button on the side simultaneously. So if you take the side button, the home button, and the side button simultaneously, you can take a screenshot that way. Taylor's asked a good question. I tried increasing water intakes to that level before, and it resulted in chronic headaches. Terry, I'd love to be able to answer that for you, but I think that's best answered by a medical professional. There's so many variables because of that. I don't want to take the liberty and say what that may be. So I'd honestly get it checked out by a doctor and a medical professional first, be able to help you with that, if that's okay. I'm not going to provide you any other information on that just because I'm not in a position to, I'm not medically qualified myself. All right, so great. Everyone's going to try and do 1 or 2 things. Perfect. That's all you need to do, guys. Just start one thing, add it on briefly, and add them into it. So those are the 6 pillars. 6 pillars of health and fitness. I hope you learned something from that. And yeah, let's move on. So if you do those 6 pillars, here's kind of what we do behind the scenes for our model for success, and how we get people coaching them and how we do it. And it's something you guys can think about for your own training or how to implement themselves. We have, 4 areas that we call activity, hydration, lifestyle, and nutrition. The first thing we do when we're coaching and working with people is we look at the activity levels. How often they're sitting down, how much are they walking? How often are they working out? How much are they going hiking? How much are they doing sports? Activity is the first thing. So if you want to implement this tomorrow and see, hey, I want to try and fix all these things, Well, look at the activity levels first and focus on that. Once you have the activity levels right, we then ask you to focus on hydration. Hydration is the next best thing that we do with the activity levels. And once we have the hydration levels in check and we're doing the activity, we start to look at the lifestyle components to help you sleep more, rest more, be more badass overall. I think is the best way to say it. Nutrition is the last component of all. Okay, we do not do anything with nutrition until you've mastered the other 3 steps. Okay, and the other 3 steps are the hardest things to master and get into the habit of doing, because we want to set you up for success as opposed to set you up for failure. So if this is, like not what you're expecting, a lot of people think that we should do nutrition first. Well, we're not of that opinion. Nutrition is the last component for us, and you only do it if you can master all other 3 steps first. And like here's, in big red, we do not give out nutritional advice until all the other areas are mastered first. In the last 12 months, with all the thousands of people we've coached with, we've only given out 6 to 7 nutritional plans because the other components have not been mastered first. And that is the key for us for long-term success. And I promise you this, if you master the other steps, you'll actually make better food choices yourself from doing that. So there you go. That's my secret. That's my only thing I'm going to say in nutrition, and that's what we kind of do. So just to recap quickly on that whole point is that our models for success is this: activity first. So address the activity first. How much you're sitting, how much you're walking, how much you are doing your workouts, what type of workouts they are. We then look at the hydration. We then look at your lifestyle. Master the 3 of them. We'll then work with you on your nutrition to make sure we set you up for future success. Any questions about this? This is going to the end of the first secret. So any questions about this type of model? Does it shock you? Does it scare you? Are you worried about it? Do you think you can implement all these strategies? Tell us what your thoughts are. Any questions? Are you still with me, more importantly? No one's switched off, are they? No one's snoozing, no one's sleeping. Just let me know in the boxes. It'd be great to hear from you. All right, this sounds interesting. Great. It's just our way and our experience. Like I said, what we're doing is we want to share our experience of working with thousands of people all over the world. And, nutrition is not our specialty. We're not nutritional experts. However, from our experience, nutrition is the last component of what we work with. All right, so let's continue. Secret number 2, and this is the big meat and potatoes thing that I want to really dive into with you guys today and share with you from our experiences. So secret number 2. In order to reclaim your athletic body and live pain-free, you need to follow a system of athletic development and prioritize certain things more than others. You need to follow a system of athletic development and prioritize certain things more than others. So if you want to become athletic again, you've got to follow a system and prioritize certain things more than others. This is the key point we're trying to get across to you today. So, bonus tip. Training athletically the right way equals athletic body. So I said to you at the start that this wasn't about aesthetics or losing muscle or all that stuff that we don't teach. But I can tell you this now. Secretly, I think all of us deep down have that burning desire to look good naked. I think everyone secretly wants to have that aspiration and look good. Yes, we want to feel healthy, we want to look good. But at the same time, it's kind of cool saying we can look good at the same time. So what we've learned is that if we put the aesthetics to one side as a separate sort of topic altogether, if we just focus on training athletically the right way, the side effect is you get an athletic looking body. It's just simple as that. And this is what's happened. This is what we focus on. So just want to share that with you guys today if you do this the right way and get it right. So if you want to train athletically, we need to first of all define what athleticism really is. And that was the journey I went on when I first started training and to get myself back was like, what is athleticism? What is it? Can anyone here say what it really is? Well, according to Google, it's this. The physical qualities that are characteristic of athletes such as strength, fitness, and agility. Is anyone else slightly confused by that or not really know what that means? Because that was me back in when I said, hey, I need to become more athletic again. How do I become more athletic? And I Googled it, looked for everything, and that was all I could come up with. There was no definition. For me, I want defining points to see things that are going on and what's really happening in the world and definable, quantifiable things. And that really wasn't doing anything for me. That really wasn't. And the other thing was, when I was Googling athleticism, everyone was obsessed about training the super elite. Like everything was like the Russian super secrets of the super secret elite Spetsnaz, or like one train like a Navy SEAL, or all this train like the an NFL superstar. All these things. If you Google athleticism, they're all teaching you to be super elite. Well, it's not right. That I can't train doing like 100 back squats with body weight on my back. I was going to break myself. Same with deadlifting or doing anything else. Like it was just pointless. It was just like a stupid thing. Has anyone else experienced this? Trying to Google something online and see all these crazy Navy SEAL training plans, or seeing all these other things, and just thought, well, this isn't right. This isn't for me. Well, that's where I was. Okay, I promise you this now. It was just bizarre. The whole world is obsessed with training the super elite. And I'll get into a few more stats of this at the moment. But anyone else experienced this so far? Yep, lots of raising hands. Yep, the industry is mad. The fitness industry is designed to sell and play on people's insecurities. It just is. And so we obsess about training super elite, but yet there's no system to get people to becoming super elite. And this is kind of the journey we took. So here's a fact. Less than 1% of the population is elite. Less than 1% of the world's population is elite. Yet the other 99% want to train like the super elite. What is wrong here, people? There's something seriously wrong with this. Like, why? Why? No. Most of the population is sedentary. They don't move. They're sitting in chairs all day long. Why would we think it's a good idea to make them train like a freaking Navy SEAL? Like, it's just pointless and so stupid. So this is why there's so much confusion in the world, because people get trained, they get injured. They're following these crazy plans. It's not designed for the Western world right now. This is the biggest problem. So less than 1% of the population is elite, but everyone's trying to teach people how to become elite and do these super elite training plans, which sell, but they actually don't get very far. So we designed a scale of athleticism, okay? 0 to 10. 9 to 10s are elite athletes in the world. So if you take an average person, we're scaling them and rating them on a scale of none to 10. Couch commandos, as we call them, is 60% of the world's population. 60% of the world's population are extremely sedentary. They are sedentary couch commandos. They do not move enough, right? They're the ones walking less than 1,000 steps a day. They're sitting down all day long. They have no intention of doing any exercise. They don't really care about exercise. That is the obesity crisis that's going on in the world today. 60% of the population who don't do anything at all. Now, according to these are all government guidelines figures, by the way. The next 20% is a pre-athletic who say they don't do enough. They kind of like do a bit, but they don't do enough. Don't do enough means they walk 3 to 4 times a week, doing less than 30 minutes of exercise. That's the guideline, okay? Now, hopefully, most of us in this bracket here who are listening to this webinar today, we're between the 3 and 8s, and this is what we call everyday athletes. You have 20% of the population. And 9s and 10s are less than 1% that exist. But guys, look at this. 60% of the population is sedentary. 60%. We fit in the everyday athlete category, and how we can scale from maybe a 3 out of 10 on the scale of athleticism, take you all the way up to 10. So I'm trying to share this with you guys to show what's happening around the world and why we need to focus on it. So this is our scale of athleticism, and this is our definition of everyday athlete. So I hope this resonates. And this is our definition of what we believe to be an everyday athlete. I think everybody in the world is an athlete. They just don't know it yet. Everyone's an everyday athlete. Even the super elite come back to being an everyday athlete once they stop being an elite, okay? So here's our definition of being elite, and let us know if this rings true. An everyday athlete is a person who trains with the intention of being able to handle anything that life throws at them. An everyday athlete who trains as a person who trains with the intention of being able to handle anything that life throws at them. Who here agrees with this statement, and who can resonate with this statement? Why do you train? Well, I train to handle everything I can possibly can at life. I can do anything I want to. Okay, that's my goal. That's what I want to try and do. Who can resonate with this here now? Who believes in this idea and this concept of an everyday athlete? All right, lots of hands raised. Anything in the chat box, let us know. Please raise your hand, show things. Let us know guys what you think. But this is our first definition of an everyday athlete. Definition number 2. An everyday athlete is a person who trains with the goal of improving the quality of life at 80 years old. A person who trains with the goal of improving the quality of life when they're 80 years old. Who wants to be a badass at 80 years old? Who wants to look good at 80 years old? Who wants to be shuffling around and like not doing anything, like looking at the whole world as much as they can? Like, that's our goal. Our goal is that to make us better, so when we're 80 years old, we're still doing this badass thing that we want to do. So here we go, guys. We're going to train for anything that life throws them. We're going to make you better for when you're 80 years old. It's so, so important. So this is what we call the Strength Matters definition of athleticism, okay? And we believe the definition of athleticism comes down to 10 key components. These 10 components are balance and coordination, strength, speed, power. These are all quantifiable measures that we're going to talk about, okay, guys? These are quantifiable things that we think you need to work on to improve and have a balance in the force, as we like to say. So these are all the 10 components. Our definition of athleticism is defining as 10 key components, 10 components that we can do and measure quantifiably. So there you go. Those are the first few. Next ones: stability, mobility, cardiovascular capacity, agility. Let's go back a page. So those four. And then finally, mental resilience, endurance. These are our 10 components. This is what we believe is athleticism, because the 10 components of athleticism in our eyes equals complete fitness. Okay, I know I zoomed over this fairly quickly, but the point is, we believe athleticism comes down to having 10 components and having things in balance. And that is our definition of what we believe, what we're trying to achieve with complete fitness. And something that we need to be aware of when we get over the age of 30 years old. Does everyone understand what I'm coming with this? Does everyone, can I get this concept? It's just, again, I can go into so much more depth into this, but I'm going to share with you guys just the key concept moving forward. Okay, these are the 10 components. This is how we define ourselves as having complete fitness. Okay, so second slide again. Okay, I'll go back, Melissa, the short thing. There you go. Stability, mobility, cardiovascular capacity, agility. Don't worry, we're going to go into these things in a bit and have them all together on one slide. Okay? So those are our 10 components. That's what we define as having and being able to have complete fitness for any age, for enjoying anything that life throws at us. But here's the thing. We have these 10 components, but which are the most important? Quick question, rapid fire question around in the chat box. What do you guys think are the most important out of all those 10 components? Don't worry if you can't remember them all. Which ones do you think are the most important out of all those? Okay, we've got strength, mobility, stability, multi-balance. None, they all are, says Joseph. There we go. Agility, stability. Guys, this is awesome. Like, I love the fact that people are sharing all these different ideas, because, you know, we all like to have our favorite ideas, and this is very abstract. This is just, you know, this is not, you know, scientifically based, this stuff. This is just our like expert opinion from what we've seen over the years. So like I said, I love how people have their different ideas and things and bring things together, but these are the questions we asked ourselves. Which ones are the most important? And the point is, and Joseph says it all, is they all are. They all are. However, this is our hierarchy of athletic development, okay? Because some need to come before others to allow us to progress and reduce this risk of injury and improve athletic performance long-term as we age. This is really important. So those 10 components, some are more important than the others in a base level type of thing. But I'll give you an example. Strength and cardiovascular capacity are equally important. They are equally important. You can't, you know, say one's more important than the other. It depends on the person you're working with, because one may have more strength and cardiovascular capacity and vice versa. But on paper, we need things to be in balance. Okay, and I'll get to this in a second. So these 10 components of athleticism, we've put them into 3 layers. You know, layer 1 is balance and coordination, mobility and stability. This is your foundation. This is your foundation of your house, okay? If you have rocky foundations, what's going to happen further up the chain? It's going to fall apart. It's going to be a nightmare, okay? So we need a good base and a good layer of balance and coordination, mobility and stability to hold everything up. Once we have that layer 1 basis, we then go to strength and cardiovascular capacity. That is our layer 2 stuff. Cardio is different to endurance. I promise you, it's way different from endurance, okay? So we need solid levels there, because once we have these 2 solid layers, we then can go and play with all this fun stuff up at the top: power, agility, endurance, and speed, okay? These are our levels. This is our hierarchy of athletic development. Mental resilience is the master quality that goes over everything, okay? That goes over absolutely everything. But the point is, this is our system. This is how we see things. And we're making these things into quantifiable measures that we can work with and identify to find weaknesses and help you improve your quality of life over the age of 30. Because it's about training your weaknesses once you get over 30. That's the key thing to bring everything into balance. All right. It's a lot of jargon. I'm trying to teach you guys here the basic understanding of, hey, think of athleticism as 10 quantifiable components that we can train individually and bring together. Does that make sense? Everyone here with me so far? Just give me a hell yes very quickly if everyone's just understanding and it makes sense. If not, fire some questions and I'll answer them towards the end. All right, so perfect. Right, so this is our 10 components. This is our hierarchy of athletic development, and this is how we see athleticism, okay? Now, for each of these categories, we have these levels, okay? Very simply, you're a rookie, you're an explorer, a pro, or you're elite level. Okay, we call it the 3+1. You don't really care about the elite. We're more interested in rookies, explorers, and pros. Okay, so that means we can tell if you're a rookie in cardio. We can tell if you're a rookie in strength. We can tell if you're a rookie in balance and coordination, and we can tell if you're a rookie in stability and mobility as well. If you're a rookie across all these things, you're a rookie. Simple as. Okay, let's take the layer 1 as a simple way of looking at things. If you score a rookie on balance and coordination, mobility, stability, you are a rookie. If you're a rookie, you will not progress and do anything in layer 2, because think of it like a pre-flight check. What happens if the pilot and co-pilot, they go through the pre-flight checklist and they have a red flag and a warning light, just one warning flag that comes up on their system? What happens? They ground the whole plane. They ground the whole plane because something may go wrong. They don't know when. It may be mid-flight, whatever it is. It's a safety check. This system and this hierarchy of athletic development, when it comes to this, like working with these levels, it's doing the same thing, because you are more prone to injury the more we age. It's going to take you longer to recover. We want you to keep performing, but we need to make sure you're injury-free at the same time. This is the key thing to everything that we're doing. So this is our pre-flight checklist, okay, to make sure the body's functioning well. So if we haven't got a good base, we're going to struggle further up the chain. Is that making sense? So we use a system called the Rookie Explorer Pro assessment system, and we assess in each of these 10 components to decide whether what's right and what's enough, basically. So, right, quickly, any questions, or can I dive straight on in? I appreciate your time here, and this is the first time presenting this to you guys on live, and I know it's a lot of your time, so I'm excited to share it with you. You guys still with me, still on board? I'm not making you fall asleep or anything, am I? Just let me know. All right, good to go. We're all learning. All right, this is fantastic. As long as you're keeping the learning, guys, this is fantastic. This is the system of how we're doing things and how we've changed and work with everybody. All right, so yogis. I love all these things, by the way. I think everyone should do all these things and try these things at least once. But sweeping generalizations. Yogis, they are mobility, balance, and coordination ninjas. They're absolute ninjas in all these things. However, they have very little strength and cardiovascular capacity, and they have very little agility, speed, and endurance levels at the top. Okay, but they are balanced, absolute ninjas. Sweeping statements, okay, guys. Sweeping generalizations, but please don't hate me or send in hate mail about all these things I'm about to show you now. But I'm trying to paint the picture. The point is, the hierarchy is offset, okay? They have a strong foundation, but they have not much else on top. Remember, the goal was health and longevity, okay? Health and longevity, and what we believe in is having everything in proportion to handle anything that life throws you. That's the key thing. We want you to handle everything that life throws you, so you need all these 10 components. So the yogi, an example, okay? Anyone a yogi here wants to disagree with me? Fire away in the chat box. I'll happily talk to you about this. But this is a sweeping generalization. All right, the runner. Okay, this is another good visualization of how we look at the runner. They are endurance junkies. They do an awful lot of endurance. They're fantastic. However, they have rocky foundations. Their mobility and stability is awful on most people. They have no balance. Do you think it's important to be able to balance on one leg when you're running? They also tend to be fairly weak. Again, sweeping generalization, people. Don't hit me or don't hurt me. It's a sweeping generalizations. Their cardiovascular capacity tends to be fairly poor as well. Okay, and I'll get to this. Most of them tend to be really good at enduring and going for long hours. They can run a marathon fine. You try and take them out of their comfort zone and try and get them to run a mile quickly. That doesn't happen. I'm sure you can probably relate to that, some people. But a lot of people tend to have a 1 mile run time at the same time as doing a 10 kilometer over each mile. So they're great at endurance, not so good at cardiovascular capacity. Okay, that's really key. So runners here, please, again, if you can relate to any of these things, let me know your thoughts in the chat box below. Please let us know what you think. Or if you disagree, please let us know. We're happy to discuss and talk about this online. This is an interactive web class. All right, CrossFit. CrossFit. The CrossFit athlete, I tell you what, guys, we can talk about so many of these things. They are beasts. They train the high end, like Katrin Thor's daughter, who's here, one of the most elite CrossFit people on the planet. They have incredible speed, power, agility, strength, and cardio through the roof. They have to perform at the highest levels. However, I can categorically say their layer one foundation is pretty poor. Okay, their balance and coordination, the mobility and stability is pretty poor. Yet they're phenomenal athletes. Now, those at the top end are the same, but the average person who tries to copy these people at the top are lacking in the layer one foundations, and this is why it leads to injury. So I'm just giving you sweeping generalizations of what's going on and how things are when it comes to the 10 components, okay? Diana says, if someone does yoga and karate and runs on weight training, should that be enough to get all components? Diana, it depends. Honestly, it depends. We need to assess and test. Without assessing and going through these things with you, we can't tell. We do have standards for some of these things, and we're going to go through one of them in a second, and you will get the assessment book at the end so you can take through the assessments yourself, okay? So we'll find out if it's enough when you go through the assessment yourself, okay? I hope that helps. Let me know in the chat box if it does. So that's the CrossFit athlete. But this is the key thing. But for the everyday athlete, the goal is health and longevity, okay? The goal for the everyday athlete is health and longevity. Can't emphasize that enough. It's not mutually exclusive to that of performance, okay? And this is what we're discovering, and this is why we're seeing such great results from all sorts of people. For health and longevity, living pain-free, we need to bring what I call balance to the force. All right, hands up very quickly. I was so excited to put a Star Wars slide in today, okay? We want to put a Star Wars slide for a long time, but the point is here, we have balance in the force. This is what we talk about behind the scenes all the time. We need to create balance in the force for the everyday athlete to live to get their athletic body back and live pain-free, okay? Do we have any other Star Wars fans, or is it just me? Please let me know if we have some Star Wars fans here. If not, then I'm going to go home right now. And okay, we got a few. Thank God for that. All right. So, Diana says not me. Okay, no, Diana, it's okay. We'll get off the Star Wars references in a second. So, we want to bring balance to the force when it comes to training. Really, really important. Because when we get over 30, this is the tough guy training model made famous by Mark Rifkind. We train hard, we train harder, we train even harder, injured, frustrated, give up. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Who here can relate to this? Who here can relate to this and has maybe been through this cycle time and time and time again? I have. There's only so much banging my head against the brick wall that I've done over this period of time. And this is where it is. This is where we're at. Okay, this is the tough guy training model. Repeat, repeat, repeat. I skipped the give up stage. There we go from that. This is what happens, guys. This is consistent. It's what I was going through, and it's what we see time and time again. So for life after 30, to get results, you need to train consistently, avoid injury, and have balance in the force. Okay, so for life after 30, to get results, we need to train consistently, avoid injury, and make sure we have balance in the force. Can we all agree on this? Can we see where I'm coming from with this and why I'm spending so much time talking you guys through this? Let me know, comments, hand raising, just let me know, guys, what you're thinking about. You know, do you see where I'm coming from with these 10 components? Lots of thumbs up, lots of raised hands. All right, cool. This is okay. This is exactly what I'm trying to say, guys. Like, we need to have this balance in the force. And for the everyday athlete, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3 needs to be like this. We need to have balance in all 10 components to get to where we want to get to make sure we live pain-free, to make sure we can get our athletic body back and work on. Okay, so we need those things in balance. Okay, the balance in the force. As we age, we need to identify and focus our training on your weaknesses. Oops, sorry. So like, we need to identify our weaknesses and we need to prioritize training our weaknesses. Who here can categorically say they know what their weaknesses are right now and they're actively training them? Who here can honestly, raise your hand if they're saying they're doing it. If not, just say no in the comment box. I want to know who's actually focusing on your weaknesses and who knows what their weaknesses really are. That's good. We got some people messaging in no. This is key. This is, you know, the hardest thing is identifying where your weaknesses are. And this is why you need a lot of people need help and this is what I needed help with when I first started going through this whole program. I need to identify what my weaknesses were to make sure I improve, because I was going through the same cycle of train, injured, train, injured. It was just constant. So we need to quickly identify what your weaknesses are and prioritize training these weaknesses. So as we get over 30, this means we need to spend more time on layer 1 and layer 2 components, okay? We need to spend more time on the layer 1, which is balance and coordination, mobility and stability, and strength and cardiovascular capacity. All those things are key. Layer 1 comes first. We get a good balance of what's enough on there first, and then we focus on strength and cardiovascular capacity. Why? Because we need to earn the rights for layer 3. The speed, the agility, the endurance, all these things on layer 3 we need to earn the right to, because if we haven't earned the right, it leads to injury. A lot of people look at these training plans, these super elites, and they see all the speed, the agility, the endurance, the power workouts they're doing, and they go and copy them and they get injured because they haven't got balance in the force. As I keep saying, you need the balance in the force first and foremost, and you need to earn the right for the layer 3 stuff. Who here can resonate? Who here can understand where I'm going with this? And who here thinks that this is a more sensible and common sense approach to training? All right, got lots of hands raised. Yep, brilliant. Thanks, guys. I'm really enjoying this. What about quick twitch types? People are asking. Alex, agree. Dawn, honestly, we don't care at the moment when we're looking at about complete athleticism, whether you're a fast twitch or slow twitch fiber. The point is everyone needs this balance with all these 10 components first. Once you get to the elite stage, then we can start focusing on which is best suited for you. Everyone wants to focus on their strengths. If you're fast twitch, they want to do some more speed. But I promise you this now is that we need to work on your weaknesses at the same time. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so like I said, we're looking at complete athleticism. We're not excluding the super elite. We want to help you get elite, but first we need to find out where we are right now. So, who wants to do a quick layer 1 test? Very quickly, who's at home can do this test very quickly right now? We're going to find out whether you're a rookie, explorer, or a pro within a couple of seconds. All right? Hands up. Yes, here we go. If you're in a car listening to this, you're not going to be able to do this right now, but save it and do it when you get home and let us know the results. So, the goal is, I want you to, let me get my stopwatch here. Very quickly, I'd like you to stand up. Wherever you are at home in the world, stand up right now and keep an eye on the screen, but find some space where you're not going to fall into anything or do anything at all. This is your layer 1 test. Can you balance on one leg for 15 seconds with your eyes closed? Can you balance on one leg for 15 seconds with your eyes closed? So I'd like you in your own time. Count in your head, 1, 2, 3, 4. Stand up, stand on one leg, close your eyes, try and balance on one leg for 15 seconds and try on the other side. See what the differences are and see what happens, okay? And then just let us know your scores below. Just a simple yes or no in the comment box. I'd love to hear how you get on. So just very quickly in your own time, stand on one leg. As soon as your other foot touches the floor, it's over. Okay, just as simple as that. Simple, simple. It's the first test we do with so many people, and I like to see how it's going. So go on, give it a go. Try both legs, comment in the box. I'm going to get a quick drink of water. I'm going to come back in 15 seconds. I expect to see some results on the board already. Let's go. Keep balancing, people. Keep going. Keep working. All right, my water bottle is filled. Here we go. All right, we got some results. Here we go. Let's see what's going on. So I'm here hydrating at the same time as you guys. Okay, so we got, yep, good on both legs from Andrew. Yes from Mike. 5 on left from Melissa. 6 on right. 12 from Alex. Diana, fail. Is hopping okay? Ideally not hopping. We need to have the foot down and heel down at all times. Can only do with eyes open from Diana. Left, yes, right, no. Did it from Terry. All right, okay. Great. Oh, no, hang on. Wait, see back here. Let me see if this works. Hang on. Nope, my balance thing is here. The point is, guys, we should be able to do this for 40 seconds on both legs as a minimum. We should be able to do this for 40 seconds for both legs. If you didn't manage to do the 15 seconds on both legs, it means that you're a rookie. It means we have balance and coordination issues. The idea of the test shows us that want to see what's happening with the feet. We're trying to see what's happening with the proprioceptive awareness of the foot. Are you able to do these things? And it's a big gateway. Let's take it if you're a runner out there. Do you think you need the ability to balance on one leg for more than 15 seconds if you're running consistently? I promise you this now. This will improve your running if you can improve your balance and coordination. This is a simple one test. So if you can't do 15 seconds, you're a rookie. You're a rookie on our system, and we need to work on your balance and coordination to make it happen. All right? Does that make sense, guys? So this is a simple layer 1 test. The goal is we should be able to do 40 seconds. Okay, that's the goal. So rookie, less than 15 seconds. 15 to 40 seconds, you're an explorer. Over 40 seconds on both legs is a pro category. Okay? Rookie doesn't mean you're a bad person. What I'm doing is I'm trying to highlight and show where your weaknesses are right now. This is just one of the layer 1 tests. And we'll give you the rest of the tests you can do. But the point is, doesn't mean you're a bad person, and it's easily fixed if we just train it or know what we're training. Here's how you can train it at home. Stand on one leg, brushing your teeth every day and night with both your eyes open and closed. There you go. That's a freebie from me. That's a freebie from me, okay? Stand on one leg every night, brushing your teeth every day and every night with your eyes open and closed. Start with your eyes open, get used to it, then start doing it with your eyes closed. I promise you, over a period of time, your balance and coordination starts to improve. It's a very quick fix that you can do at home and just blend in to your everyday life. Who's going to give that a go? Who's going to give that a go? Andrew says I've done over a minute on each leg before. Awesome. What we use is a checklist as well. We use for a lot of people to see how they are that day. Because if you can't do it on any given day, there's something wrong going in the body, and maybe we're not going to train quite so hard. So just a very simple, quick fix that you guys can do. And it's just a nice way to play around with things. Does that make sense? So that's just a quick example of a layer 1 test. Like I said, the goal should be 40 seconds on both legs. The goal should be 40 seconds on both legs, and that's where we have to do this. All right, so any questions so far? This is secret number 2. I appreciate there's so much I'm going through and sharing with you guys today, but that's secret number 2. What questions do we have so far regarding this? Are you still with me? Are you still on board? Who wants to hear more? Who would like to learn more about where we're going? Who thinks this is useful and worthwhile? All right. Awesome, guys. Keep going. Thanks, Melissa. I'm excited. Thanks, Dawn. More. Awesome. This is awesome, guys. You guys are here. Dan says, I want to hear about how much more longer is this webinar. We're looking for another 15, 20 minutes. Okay, so another 15, 20 minutes and we'll be done very shortly. But that was the big meat and potatoes. Like I said, it's, I'm really trying to over deliver here and share with you guys as much as I possibly can from what we're doing. There's so much more we can share, but I'm trying to give you the overview of what we're doing at the moment. So fire away any questions and I'll try and answer them as soon as you go on. All right, so quick homework for you guys. Rate yourself from 1 to 10 on each of the 10 components of athleticism. This is homework. I'm going to rate yourself what you think you score out of 1 to 10 on each of those 10 components. And then, which are here, which are 3 layers. And then I'm going to go through the strength matters assessments you'll be getting for free at the end. Is that okay? Can you guys all do that for homework for me? All right. So that's your homework. That's what you're going to do, and that's what I'd like you to see what's going on. Terry's asked a question. Terry, I'll answer that right at the end, if that's okay. So there we go. All right, so still with me? Yes, I think you guys are. Let's move on. Secret number 3. Applying the laws of all workouts are the secret to long-term workout success. Applying the laws of all workouts are the secrets to long-term workout success. All right, so what are these laws? What are the laws? What do we mean when it comes to workouts? The laws of all workouts means this is the system, this is the programming technique that we use when we're programming any type of workout. Okay? Any workout needs to follow these laws and in this order. Are you ready? First of all, we need to lubricate. We need to lubricate our joints. That's the first thing. All workouts must contain lubrication. We need to activate the right things and the right muscles to get these things activated before we go into the actual workout itself. And then finally, we need to stretch. That is the laws of all workouts. If you have a workout, if you're doing a workout, you need to follow these rules in this particular order. Who here has heard of the laws of all workouts? Who here applies the laws of all workouts already? Who would like to learn more, a little bit more about what the laws actually mean? So you lubricate, activate, workout, stretch. Okay? Something really useful, something you guys can apply immediately to how you structure into your own workouts. The laws of all workouts. Lubricate. This is achieved by moving any given joint or chain of joints through its active range of motion several times a day, at least 10. Okay? This is achieved by moving any given joint or chain of joints through its active range of motion several times, ideally at least 10. Guys, this is what we're doing. Lubricate the joints. This is joint mobility. Okay, we're mobilizing each of the joints. We need to move them. So if you have a wrist, you're doing wrist circles leading with the thumb. That's one of the joints in the body. We need to make sure that you have you're mobile in your joints. It's greasing those rusty hinges on every one of these joints. Okay, so we need to lubricate. This is joint mobility. It's not stretching. This is lubrication and joint mobility, ankle mobility, hip mobility, thoracic spine mobility, wrist mobility. Your neck. We need to move all these joints through its active range of motion. Okay? This is why. These are the benefits of lubing up, as we like to say here behind the scenes of Strength Matters. No jokes, please, no sniggers. But these are the benefits. It vastly reduces the chance of acute injury during the workout. It decreases the chance of developing chronic pain in everyday life. It maintains a healthy range of movement and mobility. It prepares the body and mind for more difficult movements. Enhances performance during the workout, feeds the joints with nutrients, and increases overall longevity. And it just makes you feel amazing. When you get over the age of 40, 30, 40, 50, we need to prioritize mobilizing your joints to stop them getting rusty, to stop them seizing up so you can move pain-free. Is everyone with me on this now? Everyone can get a rough idea of what joint lubing is, and everyone with me on this and why it's important? All right, awesome. Got a couple of yeses. Fantastic. This is the key, guys. We need to have and make sure we're doing all these things because joint lube is so important and we don't prioritize this enough. This is because of sitting down, commuting, all these different things. This is what happens. All right, then we need to activate those things. Activation is defined by purposeful movements that activate both the nervous and muscular systems. Okay? Activation is defined by purposeful movements that activate both the nervous and muscular systems. We need to switch on all the right muscles. We got to switch on the muscles that you need to be doing for that workout, or the things that aren't working or activating right now. So we lubricate the joints. We then start activating the right muscles to do the following. Why? What do we activate? Well, it depends. It completely depends. Depends on, one, the individual needs of the person. E.g., somebody could have sleepy glutes. Their glutes aren't firing or weren't working. So sometimes it depends on that. It depends on the planned workout ahead. For example, if you're doing squats that day, you need to activate the hip abductors, the muscles inside your legs, and the erector spinae on your back with ipsilateral bird dogs and face the wall squats. Just examples. And then also, if you've had injury before, had usual places of injury, we got to work on the usual suspects for injury, e.g. shoulder injuries. Try crawling. You need to warm up the joints, stabilize and activate those muscles to reduce the risk of injury. So important, guys. So important at this stage of things. Okay, I can't emphasize this. Lubricate the joints, activate these muscles, and activation drills can include the following. Focused diaphragmatic breathing. Google it if you don't know what it is. Bird dogs variations, segmental rolling, crawling variations, face the wall squats, overhead squats, tumbling, rolling. It's a good way of activating things. So important, guys. This will improve your workout performance and improve everything overall, and it will reduce the risk of injury. Okay, this is why we do this in this order. Does that make sense? Everyone here with me so far? Still understanding? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a hell yes. Give me something in the chat box to make sure you guys are still with me. All right, I've got a raised hand. All right, so these are examples of drills. It depends, guys, on what we do for each person, but the point is that we need to follow this idea, understand how we're doing things. So this is the system of how we train. Lubricate, activate. Workout is the next one. Workout. Well, there's only one slide for this, and I'll be honest with this. The activities you program into the workout depend upon the category of the everyday athlete and their goals. So the workout is the meat and potatoes of the whole thing. So I will go into the times and what we split things into in a second, but the point is it entirely depends on the level you're at and who you're working with. For example, if they're rookies, you're going to do a rookie workout. If they're explorers, you're going to do an explorer workout. If they're a pro, you're going to do a pro workout. Pros may need to focus on one specific thing through that workout. It may be running, it may be rowing. We don't know. The point is it entirely depends on what your goals are, what your needs are. There's no one perfect workout for every single person on the planet. What we're trying to say is it depends on the actual person involved, okay? We believe in highly individualized programming to help everyday people to focus on their own weaknesses. Everybody is different, okay? So it depends. It really, really depends on what we're trying to do. There's no magic bullet, okay? I'm not going to spend any more time on that. If you have any more questions about what types of workouts to do, please fire in the question box. I'll answer them afterwards. But the point is, it's hard to say without assessing first and knowing where you're at. Assessment is key. Know where you're at. All right, stretch is the final thing that we do right at the end. We believe that all everyday athletes should stretch. At the end of every training session, post-workout stretching, while the soft tissue is warm and malleable, offers faster improvements than otherwise. Okay, that's why we stretch at the end of each workout and really focus on that. Okay, stretching is important, very important. We need to do it. Those are the laws of all workouts. Okay, so remember that. If there's one thing you take away from today, from the 10 components to life after 30, when you're over 30, 40, 50, 60 plus, you need to apply these laws and you need to focus on these things and do these things in this order. Okay, I'm trying to help you fast track and have a healthy, happy lifestyle and pain-free. Okay, guys, this is what we found works every single step of the way. So, key principles of stretching, just so you guys know, diaphragmatic breathing is fundamental to increase range of motion. Breathing as you're breathing and stretching is really important. Contract, relax stretching trumps static stretching. It's like contract really hard, relax, stretch even further, contract, stretch even further. Really works really well. Any stretch will take a minimum of 2 minutes. Not a couple of seconds, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That's important, okay? And if time is limited, work on one area of the utmost importance. So if you need to haven't got much time, focus on one area. For example, if you know your hips are tight that day, just focus on that area if you haven't got much time to go through it. All right, those are the principles of stretching, the laws of all workouts, fairly straightforward, and that is the third secret. How do you put this all together for a workout? In a average 60-minute workout, well, lube up takes 10 minutes, activate takes 10 minutes, workout, the meat and potatoes is 30 minutes, stretch out for 10 minutes without a bracket at the end. So that's an example of how you put it all together. Now, if you're a rookie and we need to work on rookie things, sometimes the activation will be the longest part. It'll be 20 minutes, and you'll do 20 minutes of the workout with 10-minute stretch. But the point is, it depends on who you're working with. This is an average person you're working with. This is the format we work with. The times all depend on what you have to work with. Is that making sense? Who's here? Who's learned something today? Who's getting some ideas of how to put workouts together and apply them straight away? Let me know who's thinking about changing their thought process, how they work out now. Just let me know some feedback in the group, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts, because we're sharing this with you guys so you can apply straight away. Danny says, how many days a week? It depends. I train every day using our system. We can train every day. If you want to train every day, that's great. But again, it comes down to how hard and what you're doing. So I'm a big fan of moving every day. So that's a big thing for me. Or if you do other things, yep, we tie it in. We prioritize other things. I like to go trail running. I strength train 3 to 4 times a week, and I do the rest of my stuff outside in the gym. So it's you mix it around with what time you got. So if you're doing karate, for example, twice a week, then try and strength train 2 to 4 times a week. Do other stuff. Can this be done too? Yep, it can do. It can be done 2 to 3 times a week, and be do as many times as you want to. Okay, but every single workout that you're going inside the gym to do needs to follow these laws according to our rules. Okay, and the same thing with if you're going outside and doing trail running. Lube up, activate some muscles, find some body weight stuff you can do, activate the right muscles. I promise you, your running will improve. Okay, so 10 minutes of activation, activate, one arm press ups or whatever you want to do, just similar little things to help activate the right muscles will help you improve and particularly stretch at the end. Okay, so hopefully this is kind of like giving you an idea of what to do and how to put things together with your own workout. All right, any questions? I think I've asked that, so fire away any questions. I'll take a sip of water. This is a long one today, guys. I apologize if you thought it was only for 60 minutes long, but this is going on to an epic one. Like I said, I want to over-deliver here, guys. I want to really showcase everything that we have to do with Strength Matters and make it worth your while. So, any questions? If not, I'll fire through to the next slide. So, pre-run warm-ups. Andrew, it could be a mixture of things, but mobilize the hips, ankles, and thoracic spine. Okay, hips, ankles, thoracic spine, and really focus on those things. We do some great videos on Instagram and YouTube, so please check them out as well. There's a whole heap of ideas on there. So let's recap. My goal today was to share the 6 pillars of health and fitness and explain why they're the secret to health and longevity. Who here can understand and knows, appreciate how important those 6 pillars are to life after 30? Just give me a thumbs up. Who's going to start doing those things? Who's taken notes? Who's going to start doing those things straight away? Really, really key, guys. I can give you the best workout program guide in the world, but if you don't do those 6 things, it's pointless. It's pointless. It really is. It will not work the same way that you need to do. Those are the most important things. Okay, so I've shared those 6 things. You guys get where they are with that. I wanted to help you work out what's actually holding you back from reclaiming your athletic body. I shared our system of development. I'm going to share with you the assessments so you can pinpoint where it actually is that's holding you back and what's going on with your body to find out and train your weaknesses. Is it fair to say that we've done that today? We've done those 2 things today. Just give me a yes, give me a thumbs up. Are you happy with these things to share that we guys are going on? Because I want you to walk away today with all this information and apply. So, all right. So we've given the system, we've identified all these things, which is fantastic. And I kind of wanted to show you how to put together the perfect workout for long-term success. That's what I want to do. Those are the laws of all workouts. So we identify the weaknesses. And I want to show you how you put everything together using the laws of all workouts. So, again, give me a thumbs up. Give me agreement. Are we on the right place? Have you learned something today applying all this and is it something different that you can go away with? If you want to share what your favorite thing was, please do so in the box. I haven't quite finished yet, but we're trying to go through everything here today. So what's been the biggest takeaway so far? Let me know. I'd love to know. Because I've still got the bonus secret to share with you. Okay? This is the bonus secret that I haven't shared with you guys yet. So before we get to the bonus secret, just, what's been your favorite and biggest takeaway from today? What's been your favorite and biggest takeaway from today? I'm a rookie, boo. I'm interested in seeing how the breathing will help. Awesome. Don't worry, Diana. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. I promise you this. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means we've got a starting point, because everyone has a different starting point. Rookies are a good place to be with you. I tell you this, rookies will progress faster than pros will on everything. I promise you this, because pros will think they don't need to do some of the basics, but rookies will progress faster and they'll see bigger benefits. So it's all good. Okay? So, importance of mobility and stability. So, yep, absolutely. It really is. Exactly. Nowhere to go but up. That's exactly how we see it as well. So, bonus secret. Here it is. Accountability is the key to long-term health and fitness success. Diana says I thought I was fitting that. Okay. So, accountability is the key to long-term health and fitness success. Can we all agree on this? Just give me a thumbs up. Give me a hell yes in the box. Can we all agree that accountability is really important? Right? Super important. It is the most important thing in health and fitness. It is life, in business, anything else at all. Accountability is the key to long-term health and fitness success, because we like to default to our weaknesses. We like to be lazy people half the time as well. And we need to be accountable. We also need accountability to help push us and try and reach our goals a bit further. So for us, accountability is the key to long-term health and fitness success. This is huge. It's absolutely huge. It is the biggest thing around all these things. It's why you guys need to start thinking about accountability too. So I love this quote. This quote is absolutely fantastic. So let me just read it out to you. When performance is measured, performance improves. When performance is measured and reported, the rate of improvement accelerates. When performance is measured, performance improves. When performance is measured and reported, the rate of improvement accelerates. Thomas S. Monson. Who agrees with that? Who agrees with this quote? I think it's a fantastic quote and something that we should all adhere to and just take a note. Take a screenshot of this, have this somewhere, share it, really think about this. Thumbs up from Dawn saying why this is why coach is so important, even for the elites. Absolutely. Everyone, Tiger Woods when he was super elite, he still is super elite, had a coach. LeBron James has a coach. All these people have coaches for a reason. Yet most people don't think about it like this. So when performance is measured, rate performance is improved. This is huge. You can increase your chances of success by up to 85% by doing just these three things. This is from a clinical study at Harvard University, okay? There's lots of studies out in health and fitness, but can we agree that Harvard is one of the top universities in the world, and if they do studies, they're going to make sure everything is backed up, okay? Everything is backed up. So 85% is if you do these three things. Secrets to success are hire a coach. Hire a coach. That's the number one secret that Harvard has said that you need to do if you want success. Number two and number three, be part of a like-minded community working towards the same goals. That's actually number two. Be part of a like-minded community working towards the same goals. Number three, report and measure your performance. Those are the three secrets to success according to the Harvard School of Psychology. Anyone would want to disagree? Anyone here want to disagree with any of this right now? Please do. Diana, I'm sorry you're going to run, but take care. All the best. Thank you for joining. You can make sure you stay to the end and watch the replay when it comes to you as well. There's other things we're going to share now in a second. Who here agrees that these things are kind of important if you're trying to achieve success? A couple of hand raises. Right. Be part of a like-minded community. Work towards the same measures and goals. Guys, it's fundamental. So if you've struggled in the past, it's something to bear in mind that hey, this is really, really important. So That's exactly what we do here at Strength Matters. You know, we give all this information, but the most important thing is the accountability that we provide when we're working with people to make sure they stick to the program. We identify and train their weaknesses, not their strengths, because most people default to their strengths. And that's why the circle of ever-ending injuries, banging your head against the brick wall, keeps on happening all the time. So I want to ask you a question real quick. Is that okay? Give me some approvals. Can I ask you a question, guys? I've been sharing all these things throughout the whole day here now. I'll ask you a quick question. If you apply these 3 secrets, do you think you can be successful too with your own strength and fitness? If you apply the secrets plus the bonus tip, do you think you could be successful too? Is that yes? Is that no? Let me know in the chat box. I'd love to hear your thoughts because, you know, this is the secrets, what we're trying to do. All right, there's a yes, most definitely. Awesome. That's music to my ears, guys. I want to make sure you go away today and you can apply these things and be successful. All right. Who's excited about what we just learned today? Who's excited? You know, give me a hell yes, give me a thumbs up, give me something. You know, I'd love to know, guys, who's excited about what they've learned today and think they can apply these things straight away. All right, raised hands. All right. Who's feeling a little overwhelmed by all the stuff I've shared with you guys today? This is 18 months of work in the making, guys. I'm trying to digest into a 60, 90-minute webinar. Who's feeling a little overwhelmed? A couple of smiley faces, a couple of thumbs up. Don't worry if you're not, it's all good. It's a little bit like drinking from a fire hose. Can we all agree, right? So, you know, the information I've just kind of like poured on you guys today and shared everything about you. There's so much information here. Like, it is kind of like drinking from a fire hose, all right? And I do apologize for that, but like I said, we're just scratching the surface a little bit here. And like, I wanted to share and give you guys as much information as possible. Question is, who might need a little bit of extra help putting all this together? All the information. Who might need a little bit of extra help putting all this together? Who would like a little bit extra help that we can support and share with you guys today? If you're feeling overwhelmed and what's going on. All right, got a couple of hands up, raised hand. I love this raised hand feature on Zoom. It's an amazing feature. I love seeing this. All these pop-ups are going here. So I would like, with your permission, to share with you an exciting kind of offer with you guys today of how to help you can put this all together and maybe get you back on track. So with your permission, is it okay if I spend 5 to 10 minutes sharing what you guys can do right after here to put all this together and work with you guys? Is that I got a yes from Terry? Is it okay, guys? Like all this information to share with you. It's a special offer I want to share with you guys today to maybe get you a better understanding of what's going on and how we're doing it here, with your permission. All right, we've got thumbs up. Love it. Thank you, guys. And like I said, I want your permission first. I'm not going to do anything else here. So here it is. Just for being on the webinar today, you're going to get the assessment book. I'm going to give you the assessment book for free, 100%, not a problem at all. But with your permission today, I want to give you guys the chance, everybody in here, to get a free 30-minute coaching call with me personally to learn more about the Strength Matters personalized coaching programs and how we can help you potentially. 30 minutes, completely no cost, just for you guys being on here today and listening to me. I'm going to give you a chance to speak with me personally. Normally, you speak with my team members, but for everyone who's on here now, you get a chance to speak with me personally. And it gives me a chance to learn a bit more about you, about where you're at, just to talk about your health and fitness goals. And it'll also give you a chance to learn more about what we do with our coaching programs behind the scenes here, because that's the big thing that we do. We coach people all over the world, getting them results. So this is your chance. So very simply, you know, I want to discuss your own health and fitness goals, and I also want to see if we're the right fit for you, because you don't have to jump on board with the coaching program. It's not obligatory. It's not compulsory. You guys need to understand and see if we're important, and we need to see if you're a right fit for us. And also just discuss where we're at with that here, because sometimes we're not the right fit for people. Okay, that's really, really important. But for people who have jumped on the coaching programs before, you know, we've worked with Lydia, single mom, who's 30 plus, I want to say her real age. Super athlete, super everyday athlete. Didn't start off like that. She came back from a lot of weight gain and lose a lot of weight. And she's now running, jumping, doing all sorts. So Lydia's one of our been with the coaching clients. So, you know, she's been with us. So that's the type of people we work with all the time on a day-to-day, month-by-month, week-by-week process. We've got John Withenshaw in his 40s plus, who today has beaten his 1 mile run time by a significant amount. He went down from 5:55 for his 1 mile run time down to 5:30 today, and he just messaged us early on before. So these are the types of guys we're working with, single moms, dads, people 30s, 40s, getting them fit, healthy, more active than ever before. So all you got to do is go to the following link. I'll put it in the chat box now. strengthmatters.com/free consultation. I'm putting the link here now. Click on that box and it'll go to a booking screen where you can book on and schedule a time to speak with me personally. So if you don't want to speak with me personally, that's not a problem at all. You guys carry on your merry way today. But the point is, it gives you an idea of what else we do behind the scenes here. We provide that accountability. We make sure they're the right fit, but also we can maybe help you more in depth one-on-one that we can do on this webinar, because it's hard. On the webinar, it's quite hard to give individual advice, but hopefully in that 30 minutes, it says 20 minutes on the screen, but I'm going to give you an extra 10 minutes and you'll speak with me personally as opposed to one of my team members. But only if you do that in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Otherwise, it goes back to my team members and they'll go and do it here now. So very quickly, who's going to take up my offer of just speaking to me on the phone for free for 30 minutes? I'll be offended if no one takes it up, but hey, I understand at the same time as well. So who wants to take that offer up and actually jump on board and actually speak to me personally so I can help them, at least get them on the right track to where their health and fitness goals is, even if we're not the right fit for each other. So give me a thumbs up, give me a hell yes, or who's doing it now, right now. Let's say, sure thing, awesome, let's say congratulations. Well, book on in, and let's hopefully we can speak to each other very, very soon. Who else wants to jump on in? Guys, I'm offering my time for free, 100% to speak to you guys. Oh, I don't see the link. It's in the chat box here very quickly. If not, on the front page, go to strengthmatters.com, free consultation. If you go onto the website as well, you'll see the button saying enroll now. You can book in and speak a time with me there as well. So I'll just put the link again very, very quickly. www.strengthmatters.com/free consultation. Click on the link, guys. I want to speak with you. My mission is simple. I want to help 10,000 people, reclaim their athletic bodies and live a pain-free, active lifestyle. And this is why I'm sharing this information with you guys today. I'm not selling you anything here. It's totally up to you guys what you want to do with this information, whether you want to apply it, whether you want to see a coach and apply it. But we work with so many people all over the world who want that accountability, who want that expertise. And this is where we specialize on, to help them get to where they want to get to. And yeah, we'd love to do it in. So please, fire away, book in now. The earliest times available. See what's going on. See what we can share with you guys. And yeah. Now, while I'm here, while people are booking online, very much, I can see a couple of consultations coming in already. That's awesome, guys. I'm so excited for this. What questions have you guys got for me now? You've got me here now for the next 10 to 15 minutes. If you guys want to happily stay on here, I'm happy to answer any questions that you have and dive straight on in. I really want to help you guys as much as I possibly can. So, fire away. While you're booking a new consultation, fire away. What questions can I help you with? What things would you like to know? I'm just sipping water here, guys. I can see, oh man, this is awesome. I'm getting so many people booking in the consultations. This is fantastic. You're going to book me all out at this rate. All right. Can everyone click on the link? Or is everyone too busy working out a time, what they're trying to go on? Or am I just talking to myself here, guys? Feel free to jump on in, book on the call. I'd love to speak with you. Like I said, our mission is, our specialty is working with people over 30 plus who want to become more athletic, who want to go through that athletic journey and get their athletic or reclaim their athletic bodies back. I think it's an important distinction we say as well, is that we talk about reclaiming your athletic bodies, not getting your athletic bodies back, because it's all about taking onus on yourself. You guys are going to take responsibility as well for your own health and wellness. We just provide the information. We do three things. We'll provide the information and knowledge to get you training. We will provide the accountability, but also we'll provide the consequences for not doing those things as well, not sticking to your program. The consequences are we kick you off a program. Guys, and that's as simple as we are. You invest. If you don't partake, we kick you off. Because we want to make sure you guys are working to your goals and trying to work out these things. And this is key to us. We want you to be successful. We want you to be involved and be as healthy and happy as you possibly can do. So, oh, another couple of consultation requests booked in. This is awesome. Guys, literally make it, I'm flying out of the country from the US on Saturday. So, like, please make the most of my time. If you're in the US, I want to speak to you beforehand, dive on in. Who's clicked the link? Who's clicked the link and it's all working? Anyone having troubles with the links? Anyone not being able to click on the link? Melissa said you don't see the link before. So who's here able to click on the link and who's gone through and just deciding a time? Or just give me a thumbs up if someone's still here. All right. Perfect. Andrew says he's looking for a time. Melissa, hang on, Melissa. Let me just send it again. You posted the question. Look at the free consultation. If you can't see it now, Melissa, don't worry. I will send it to you. Let's see if I can send it privately. Here we go. Let's see if I can send this in a private message to you now, Melissa. See how that goes. All right, Andrew looking for a time. Come on, guys, booking in a time. Like, see what works for you guys. I'd love to speak with you guys. And also at the same time, make the most of me here. Look, I'm here now, guys. If you have any questions, even if you don't want to book on a call, that's fine. I totally get it. It's about being at the right time, the right place for you guys. What can I help you with right now? What can I help you with right now that's your sticking point in your training? What questions do you have? Make the most of me. It really is. Okay, Terry says, appreciate the program today. I'm currently using 2 programs of coaching, street parking and barbell WOD. I also hike and speed walk, really follow the Blue Zones principles. Blue Zones, amazing. I love that. For lifestyle and diet. Push. No worries, Terry. That's awesome news. I love that idea. I love the fact you're working and doing something. I love you following the Blue Zones. If you're not sure what the Blue Zones are, check them out. It's all about how to live to 100 plus and seeing what the best people who, in the world are doing right now. So this is awesome. Highly the Blue Zones, Dan Buettner, I think his name is the author of the Blue Zones book and follow the way, bluezones.com. Check it out. Absolutely amazing. But Terry, that's awesome. Really appreciate it. I wish you all the best with that and stick around. There's loads of stuff we're doing over the next few weeks, months, years towards this. And if we can help you any at all, hop on any time. But thanks for your time today. Really appreciate it. What other questions do you guys have? Really want to know what questions you have. I'm here to help. Is it cardio? Is it strength? Is it diet? Is it nutrition? Whatever it is, guys, fire away. I'm here to help. I love some of the reasons why people are booking in here now, like to be fit, healthy, and strong, to be a strong dad. 44-year-old want to be fit, healthy, and strong for the rest of my life. I love all this. This is fantastic, guys. Keep on booking away. Find a time, booking. Like I say, guys, I want to speak with you guys. I want to help you guys as much as I possibly can. So what other questions you got here today? This is your time to book in now. Melissa, do you manage to get the booking link this time? Just making sure it's all okay there. Who else we got? Are we too busy looking at times to book in? Like I said, guys, a couple more minutes. If there's no questions, I can't help you. But I'm going to stay here now and help along as much as I possibly can. Terry, thanks for your advice. That's brilliant. All right. Keep working. Who's managed to get the link working now? Anyone struggling with the link? All right, Andrew. All right, cool. Andrew booked and confirmed. Fantastic. Melissa, awesome. Got it. Cool. Look forward to speaking to you guys. All right, Andrew. Awesome, Andrew. I can see the confirmation come through, Andrew. We've all got it. We're all booked in. All right. Love that. Look forward to speaking to you on Friday. Who else we got, guys? Melissa's got it now. Who else wants to speak to me? I'm not scary. I'm not a bad person, I promise. You're thinking there right now, well, do I really want to speak to James? Well, what have you got to lose? It doesn't cost you anything. It just costs a little bit of your time. That's all it does. And I'll give you my time back and I'll give you my full 30 minutes of my time. Andrew, thanks for that, Andrew. Hope you enjoyed today. I really do. Obstacle course racing, I love it. I love it. By the way, Spartan race is one of my favorites. So I actually spoke to somebody the other day about booking into another Spartan race. So I'm really excited about that. All right, Melissa, got you booked in as well. Fantastic. Woohoo! All right, well done. This is awesome, guys. I love this, how everyone's booking in now. So I have a beast booked for October. Awesome. That's great news. I love it. I know Joe, the owner of Spartan, really well as well. He's a legend. He's trying to get me to do the death race, but I'm happily turning him down on that. That's my idea of hell. I'll enjoy the Spartans, but no to the death races. That's not me now. I'm done with all my stupid stuff I've done in my life. Oh, guys, this is awesome. So, who else has got any more questions? Last chance. Any problems with booking in, or you can't jump on in? Let me know, guys. I'm dying to learn more and see what's going on. Oh, Christian, do you recommend any specific morning physical ritual to start the day? Yes, 100%. I love this. Okay, get up, stretch. First thing, get out of bed in the morning, stretch like a dog, like a cat, hands above your head, stretch, shake everything all off, and do something you do consistently. So for me, my consistent thing is I will wake up, I'll jump out of bed and I'll stretch. I'll go and brush my teeth. I'll put the coffee on. And what I'll do is I'll check my morning emails. I'll just get my stuff and clear my headspace out of the way, and then I'll go and work out. That's my morning ritual that I stick to every morning. It's what makes me more productive than anything else. So wake up. Here's what I do. I wake up, stretch, brush my teeth, go into the kitchen, get my big water bottle, put my vitamin C tablet inside the water bottle, neck a whole liter of water, and then I start my day and do it depending on what's going on. So I always very quickly here, and I tend to work out most mornings. I prefer working out in the mornings, and I'll wake up at the same time every day. So I'm an early bird at 5:30. That's my type of days. Does that make sense? I hope that helps. All right. So, guys, with that note, that's 2 hours of my time today. I'm sorry for taking you so long through all of this. I really hope it was useful. I hope you got so much out of it. And hopefully, I'll speak to you all soon in the coming days with all the consults coming in here now. So I can't wait for that. So we'll be in touch soon. Don't look out for more of these webinars very soon if you're coming back very live. Thank you for everyone tuning in today. And yeah, ciao for now, as I say in Candau, as we'd say back in Wales. So guys, have a great day. Look forward to speaking to you all this week. And yeah, talk to you all very, very soon. Take care, guys. Have a great time.